to the professional mechanic, and I'll be quiet in a second so you can try and hear the fact. Let's try and, if I be quiet, the more astute of you will listen to the clunking from the rear diff. Alright, so that first bit, hopefully you will have heard that, but we've got a bit smoother road here, so let's come virtually to a stop. Right, here we go. Now you can hear that. I think the one thing about the 1.3 in this age, which 2008, if you've never watched us drive this, which you won't have watched it very often, come on Lizard, out of the way, missed you, is that this is a 70 horsepower and it's very underpowered. So I really hope we get a great fix from this diff, because I do fancy seeing what it's like if we could get the turbo rebuilt and get this up to 100 horsepower, because I think the 100 horsepower Pandas, they're one of my favourite cars. Never seen one here in Portugal, never seen one, and I would love one. And apparently they've got 6 speeds as well. I've never owned one, and I think it would be a car that would sneak into my 5-car ultimate garage, or would be a good daily runner actually for us here. I've never ever been brand loyal, but I'm starting to really get a thing for Fiat. Right, let me be quiet. That first to second, I'm hoping that's coming across because it's quite a thud. Right, smooth bit of road. That was a pothole. And straight into fifth, no graunch. Oh, that was a great fix. But actually the gearbox is now, it's amazing how something as small as that can transform how a car feels. And it was horrible to drive because you were always panicking that you were going to graunch that 4th to 5th change, and you used to have to really think about driving it. And once you got into 5th, I got a speeding ticket in this car, and Nay and I were discussing it, and it really is, I'm sure that I just didn't want to change gear, and it labours the engine because it's 70 horsepower and I think the torque figure's quite low. It labours, and I was in a 50 kilometres an hour and got tugged for 71 unfortunately, but I do think it's not an excuse clearly, but I think the reason was that I just didn't want to change gear, and psychological thing I think it was. But now it's actually a very, very pleasant drive. Get rid of that clunk. If he gets rid of that clunk, this is going to be quite a nice little car to run around in. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it because the fuel prices here, like everywhere, are horrendous, and I'm going to do a pathetic old man fuel challenge in this over a couple of weeks to see what I actually get out of it. I mean, we've only been running it in and out of the well, we've not really been running it at all, but we've been running it in and out of the garage, and we're around the 7 litres per 100 kilometres, and I'm relatively confident if you really tried, I think I can shade under 4. That's how confident I am. So here we are. That wasn't too long a trip for it. So we are now at the mechanic, and the next time you see, well, we'll probably put a little shot of him being parked up, but the next time you see us we'll be picking it up. So I'm filming for no reason then. reverse, no grinding. So it's not good news. The new diff is in, and this is my first drive, but my difficulty of understanding Portuguese, which I'm embarrassed about, and the nice chap who's fitted it doesn't speak English, so we've had a few issues on understanding. So the clear answer to does any old diff fit any old Panda is no, it doesn't. So I'm going to put up what I believe is the incorrect part. He said I need to get 2 supports, and with my limited, as I say, my limited Portuguese, I'm not 100% sure I know exactly what I'm going to get, but I'm going to work that out fairly shortly. And it's driving, I suppose, is, you see that? Oh, I'd say that bang is worse than it was, but apparently the mechanic, I'm waffling now because I'm not 100% sure at this moment quite what I've got to do, but it's 2 supports, and he made me photograph something on screen, so I'll put a picture up of that in a moment, because somebody might be able to help me identify the part, and I'm not 100% sure what I need to get at this moment. So these 2 bits apparently will, again, hopefully solve this problem, but again, I'm not convinced there is anything wrong. Now that I'm listening to this banging, probably there was nothing wrong with our diff. So I'm going down a rabbit hole of disaster here, a rabbit hole of disaster. The wallet is getting slaughtered, and poor old Paddy just does not want to run properly. Now I'm gonna I think I need to ask for some help here to identify the parts, so hopefully I know Stefano is very knowledgeable on Fiats, but I'll need any help I can get to identify the parts, and then I've got to obviously find them, which is going to be another nightmare. So when we actually see Paddy on the road, it's going to be very difficult. I was hoping, because Nathan's away for a week or so now, and I was hoping to daily drive this, but that is not going to be the case. My wife is behind me now, so we're going to just drop this off at the man cave, and it's not sounding very healthy at all. Get this, not drive it, get it to the man cave. I've always slightly taken Mick to bits as well, so I'm a bit stuffed on cars. I've got the Jeep and that's my lot, which I'm sounding a bit spoiled there, aren't I? So anyway, that is it. This is going to be short and sweet, but if someone would kindly help me with the part, and if obviously you know where I could get one, that would be unbelievably fantastic. So I'll edit this and get this one up for Friday. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Enjoy my tale of woe.